Mark Meadows, we have the reporters' names who Strzok and Page leaked to by Jim Hoft for the GatewayPundit.com. On Wednesday night, Freedom Caucus Chairman Jim Jordan and Freedom Caucus founder Mark Meadows joined Sean Hannity to discuss the latest Peter Strzok, Lisa Page text messages that show a coordination between the FBI and DOJ in their efforts in 2017 to destroy the sitting U.S. President Trump. There's a shocker, right? The latest text messages from the anti-Trump officials show how they were feeding anti-Trump articles to the press. The newly released documents obtained by the House Oversight Committee reveals deep state operatives Peter Strzok and Lisa Page were discussing a strategy to leak unverified information to the media in an effort to damage President Trump. Jordan told Stuart Varney earlier today that one liberal reporter had 13 different sources from within the FBI feeding him information. And on Wednesday night, Mark Meadows told Sean Congress knows the identities of the far-left media hacks working with the deep state to take down President Trump. Let's take a quick listen.
More reaction to these explosive, brand new, just released text messages between Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Congressman Jim Jordan, Congressman Mark Meadows. All right, it all started 2 days ago with the media strategy, and drip by drip, we keep getting more and more of these text messages. What do we see, Congressman Meadows? It looks like the FBI, DOJ, now the CIA, leaking all this information before the election, after the election, all designed to destroy Trump. Some of them are involved in leading an investigation supposedly against him.
Well, obviously, today's new text messages would suggest that the media leak strategy was exactly what we surmised in the letter that we sent to Rod Rosenstein just a couple of days ago. I think, but the bigger context of this is that this is not the end of it. I can say the Department of Justice has been working with Jim and I to get us additional documents. And I can tell you, there are dozens of other documents that would support the fact that Peter Strzok and Lisa Page had ongoing relationships with multiple reporters, and that they were feeding them information to spin a narrative against this president. No, it's not legal. It's against protocol. But the other thing is they are denying it, and we have the proof that would suggest otherwise. So, you know, good reporting tonight on behalf of Catherine and Sarah with these text messages. But I can tell you this. We believe that all the documents need to be made available to the American people. Let them judge. We have nothing to hide. The president has nothing to hide. Let's get it out there.
Well, let's talk about that, Jim Jordan. Look, a lot of people, including me, are frustrated because we've been waiting and requesting, Congress has requested, and it's been denied again and again and again, and there's been constant obstruction. But specifically, there is something apparently on pages 10 through 12, 17 through 34 of the Rod Rosenstein, when the signature of the third FISA renewal, the fourth warrant altogether, 302s, which would get into more detail with Christopher Steele and Bruce Orr. They were trying to feed, Steele was trying to feed his information, funnel it through Bruce Orr to Robert Mueller's group, which conflicts them, I think. Then, of course, you've got the Gang of Eight information. Then I think at some point we should get all the Strzok Page text messages and correspondence. When are we going to get this information? People are frustrated.
Hopefully soon. Transparency is a good thing. Here's what's so frustrating about it. The dossier was a big lie. So what they did is they said, this is a big lie. The more people we can get talking about the dossier, the more likely it is they'll believe the lie. So that's why they had this leak strategy to support a document that was the basis for everything. That's the big problem here. They took that document, the dossier, untrue document, they took it to the secret court and didn't tell the court important facts to get a warrant to spy on the other campaign.
Didn't they purposely lie to the FISA court, purposely withhold pertinent information to the FISA court? Isn't that a fraud committed on a court?
Didn't tell them who paid for it. Didn't tell him the guy who wrote it, Christopher Steele, had an extreme bias against the president, said he was desperate to stop Trump, and didn't tell the court about Orr's involvement, both Bruce and Nellie Orr's involvement in production of the document. Didn't tell him. You and I go to court, Sean, we've talked about this before. Mark and I go to court. We got to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
If this
The key
is
people at the
unredacted,
FBI
what do you know or what do you suspect the American people will say? Why do people tell me? I've not seen them. Well,
Yeah,
I
I mean-
asked them, what's it on a scale of 1 to 10? Everyone says a 10 or a 9 is the lowest number it's got.
Yeah, I think
Well,
go ahead, Mark.
go ahead, Jim. Go ahead, Jim.
Well, I was just going to say, I think Matt Gaetz and some others said it best last week. It's probably what's not there. We'll probably see very clearly they didn't tell the court the things you and I just talked about. That if we were in front of court, we would have to tell them. So I think it'll be the omission. What was omitted from the FISA application, that'll be the big news. But those 302s are important too, because the pattern was every single time Bruce Orr communicated with Chris Steele and with Glenn Simpson, he immediately went to the FBI and reported on that conversation. I want to know what those reports contain. What all did he say to these key people who were the ones who paid for and put together the dossier in the first place?
Mark, where's Spartacus Cory Booker when we need him for revealing information?
Well, here's the thing is we do need to reveal this. We know that James Comey leaked. We know that Andrew McCabe leaked. We know that actually Peter Strzok and Lisa Page leaked. We also know that the reporters that they leaked to know that they leaked. And listen, we've got names. We've got actually reporters' names. I believe that journalism is alive and well, but at the same time, we've got to make sure that we get rid of this in the FBI and DOJ. I will say this.
I am told that there's exculpatory evidence in the 302s, Gang of Eight information, and in the unredacted FISA that they literally purposely withheld exculpatory evidence as it relates to Papadopoulos, Carter Page. Is that true?
Well, we've heard the same things. I can tell you, seeing some of the unclassified documents, there is more of the story that has not been shared with the FISA court and actually with the American people. The time is now. We've got to get it out there, and we're calling on the president, hopefully, to release those documents.
All right, gentlemen, thank you both for what you do. I know it's taken a lot of courage and work on both your parts. Thank you. When we come back, mandatory.
Well, as you can see, they're guilty as sin, as we've known all along, and they use that the dossier to spread rumors about Trump. Is that correct? No. And yet they did it. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.